Hello guys, today we're going to talk about the offsides rule. It is something that confuses kids a lot, and I'm going to try to make it as easy to understand as possible. Ignore the formations. We're looking at just red against yellow. The reds are attacking on this direction, the yellows are attacking on this direction. Now, when you at the point that you get a pass from a teammate, let's say if the red has the ball right here and they're moving up an attack like so, and, and this guy's, let's just say this guy's are high up on the field because we got the ball out in transition. But if these guys are like this, okay, now these guys are on sides, the number 10 and the number 11, because they are behind the line of defenders. Now there only needs to be 2 players behind the line. So if they say the number 6 was back here, then our number 9, the striker, is on sides, and you can go ahead and pass him the ball. If, for example, and it's a crazy scenario, but the goalie is out here and there is 2 players in here, but there's no goalie, as long as there's 2 defenders here, you are still on sides. Okay? There just must be 2 players in front of you as a striker or the team in possession. Like say if we pass it out to this guy, he's on sides also if he's right there. He's offsides the moment he steps beyond the line towards the goal that he's attacking, pretty much behind the defenders of that team. He's onside here, he's offside right there. If you are in the same line, you're considered to be onside, not offside. So if you're right here, technically you're onside still. But by the time you get the ball, you'll be over here, and most of the time the rest will call that offside. So I hope you understand that. There must be 2 players, and usually it's just like a defender and the goalie. So this guy, yeah, these 2 defenders are past him, so he's already gone past them, but he still has 2 players to beat, the goalie and a defender. It's not like you have to be behind the line of other defenders like this. You just have to have two players to beat, and it's usually the goalie and a defender. So if you were here or if you were over here, you are still on site. So I hope that's you understand that. Also, if let's say our winger is running down the flank and he has the ball right here, if our striker stays behind the line of the ball, not in front of it, behind the line of the ball, and say this pass comes back to this guy, he can go ahead and score. Because at the moment that you leave the last defender, the line of reference for the offsides becomes the actual ball, no longer the last defender. Also, there's 3 scenarios where there is no offsides at all. One of them, if there is a throw-in, okay? If we got a throw-in, and our player can be way over here, and they can be over here trying to smother us, and we can throw the ball to this guy, and he's considered onside. Now, if once he gets the ball, this guy's over here, and he passes it to him, this guy's offside, but this guy's onside because it's coming from a throw-in. So as long as the ball's coming from a throw-in, you can be behind the last defenders. Even if the goalie's up here, you can be behind him, and you're completely onside. But usually, teams won't do that. But just remember, when we have, especially if we have a throw-in up here, up in the field, you can go ahead and attack this space because you will not be offside if you are behind if it's coming from a throw-in, sorry. Also, the other scenario is a corner kick. If there's a corner kick, obviously, I mean, you are right at the line of the ball anyways, but there's no offsides from a corner kick. So even if, like, say you place the ball over here and the guy is right at the post, hypothetically speaking, he's offsides. But there's no offsides from corner kicks. So no offsides from corner kicks, no offsides from throw-ins. That's 2 scenarios right there. Okay, so if there's a corner kick right here, as you can see, most of the time the yellows are going to be in front of their goal trying to defend. and therefore there will not be offsides when the ball comes to you if you are red. Now, with that being said, that covers two scenarios. Another scenario is, let me change this back. I'm holding the camera with one hand. I apologize for the moving around. Now, let's say we have this scenario right here, and there's a goal kick. There is no offsides on a goal kick. So, hypothetically speaking, you could be here. Now, for the U10s and the U8s, you will never be here anyways, because for once, no one can be inside the box when there is a goal kick, ever. Not even at professional level. If you look at professional teams, there's a player here and there's a player here, and the striker has to be outside the box. They cannot go into the box until the ball is played. But moving away from that, on the U10, there's something called a build-out line, which literally means that there will be a line about right here between the half line and the goal line, excuse me, to indicate, or to allow, the team in possession, say that the yellow, the team that has the goal kick, to build out from the back. That's exactly why it's called a build-out line. On the U8 level, players have to go all the way back to the half line, and when the ball is played, then they can go on and press the ball. But at the U12 or the U14 level and up, let's just say the yellows are up here waiting for their goal kick, and our striker is right here outside the box. If this guy, for whatever reason, kicks the ball wrong and it goes to our striker, he can go and score from here. He's not offsides. So that's three scenarios right there. A goal kick, a corner kick, and a throw-in. The other scenario, and it can happen, is let's just say our striker is there cherry picking, and the yellows are under pressure, like so. Okay, this guy, let's say this guy is offside, so they can't go to him. This guy's being squeezed, and the guy on the ball is being pressed. And if he passes the ball back, if you notice, he's offside, but if the ball comes from an opponent, not a teammate, then you are not offside. Now, the refs may not know this, especially at your amateur levels, and they might call that offsides, but by the rules, by the book, you are not offsides if the ball comes from an opponent. Now, if the 6 wins this ball and then passes it to the 9, then he's offsides. But if the 4 panics and kicks the ball back to the goalie, but the 9 intercepts that pass, he can go ahead and score. Okay? So again, the 4 scenarios are: 1, on a throw-in, a corner kick, number 2, number 3, on a goal kick, and number 4, when the ball comes from an opponent to your teammate, or to you. You are not offsides. I really hope that makes sense, and I hope you guys use this to learn and are able to use this to your advantage when you play in the game. So for example, if the reds are attacking, then what you want to do, you defenders, you want to move them all the way to the half line. Also, you are not offsides if you are on your own half. On your own half is your side, so therefore you are not offsides if you are on your own half. I hope that makes sense. So if we were starting from here, let's just say the yellows, like especially in a corner kick. Let's say there's a corner kick and the yellows are over here. This guy's taking the corner over here, the number 4. And the number 5 steps into the half space right here to try to win that, to try to win any kind of rebounds. And our 9 is right here on our half of the field. If this corner kick comes, the 11 takes this ball and kicks it out. Now, the 5 is in front of our striker. So our striker only has the goalie to beat. So if he was over here, he'd be offside. But if he's on his own half of the field, remember, if you're on your own half of the field, you are never offside. And then you can go on. You have a lot of room to run into, but you have to take that run and try to take a shot and score. You are not offside. So I guess that would be 5 scenarios. I forgot about that one. I mean, I assumed you would know that, but this way you know. So if you're coming from your own half, if the ball comes from an opponent, if there's a corner kick, on a throw-in, you're not offsides either, and a goal kick, you're not offsides. Thank you guys for watching. Subscribe if you haven't already. Give it a like, and I'll try to make more videos like this so you guys can learn how to play this game better.